A lot of people are hearing about embodiment, being embodied. And I get a lot of questions like, what does it actually mean? And my response, my answer is kind of a questioning curiosity back to the person who's asking. And I'm not trying to be tricky with that. I'm mostly pointing to how individual we all feel our sense of consciousness, our sense of existing in a body, and coming to an understanding from that place, from feeling not in our body, but to actually feel, to have or begin to develop an inner sense of being in our skin, being in a body, being on the planet. And we use words to describe something that's unique to each and every one of us. But the big opening, the big pointer is feeling, is having a sense of feeling. That's how we know whether we're in or not. Is going within means we never go without. Coming from that place of inner knowing requires all of us to be connected. Life can be in shambles around us. Loss, grief, trauma, hardship, life comes through us. We live life. And that's a real creative expression for each of us. Each of us, I'd say, that's on the path, consciously and intentionally loving our way through start to finish. Our first breath to our last breath. A lot of people call that our waking dream. That's a snapshot of the bigger existence that resides being aware that there's more than what we can see, what we can feel, what we can hear, what we can comprehend. Coming back to our common sense, taking a journey into the future. Again, these topics about embodiment can be tricky because most of our society has been affected or at the end result of being in some sort of trauma situation, emotionally, physically, psychologically. And when that happens, we tend to exit. We tend to exit the body. We tend to bury our pain. And that's where suffering begins. Now, I think a little suffering, I would say, is helpful because it allows us to feel the humanity and humbles us to being how beautiful it is to incarnate into a life, into a human body, breathing sac of skin that has cells and molecules and biology, and bringing our ancestral lineage forward into the future. So embodiment is about feeling our way through, not numbing our way through. It reminds me of a session I had with a client a number of years ago, and she came to me because they were an addict that had moments of being sober. They had an understanding of what sobriety was. And they had come to me feeling pretty distraught because they had back to their substance of choice. And they were having a very frustrating moment in their session with me. Or they looked over at me, and I had said something to them, not really realizing what I had said, but they had repeated back to me. They looked at me kind of in an angry kind of way, and they said, "You want me to feel and heal my health and live my vitality?" I said, "That's right. That's what I'm suggesting, is you to heal. Through feeling, you will heal and you will regain your vitality." They just stood up and kind of went, "I don't know if I can do that." I said, "Well, I think you're going to find out if you're able to do that." That direction that they began allowed them to know the direction forward, to know the direction towards health. We need that. We absolutely need a direction towards health. When we are, or our psyche, our energy body, our attention is getting siphoned off or drawn away from health. Health as in boundaries, health as in eating, health as in relating, health as in being on purpose. When that is misdirected in a not good way, then that is taking our energy and putting it towards something that is dysfunctional. So, I want to resume by ending and closing this by reminding all of us, including myself, that the way to is through, and that is a feeling state. That is where we heal our health. There's a lot of let go that gets to be happening during something like that. We rediscover our vitality and our strength in the let go, in realizing where we're holding on, where we are sending our energy, where our attention is going. If we're thinking about or worrying over or ruminating, that's jamming up our chi. It's jamming up, wasting our life force energy. Now, lastly, this is a expeditious path towards embodying purpose. That doesn't mean you're going to become a rocket scientist, or it might, if that's what you want to embody. But mostly, and more importantly, to embody purpose really means to be living and feeling enlivened by living.